I saw this video on my feed a couple days ago and I never looked at it. And in class yesterday, one of the students brought up this video and we actually looked at it in class and we had a very, I should say, good debate on this topic that this gentleman is talking about. And I'm going to go through this video a little and I'm going to give my points and some of the points the students were making about this video. So let's watch this video.
AI has completely one-shotted my ability to code. Like, I know a lot of us like to joke about AI psychosis and how it's the other people who have AI psychosis and not us, and not me, certainly. But I have realized that I have been one-shotted. Like, I can't code anymore. My brain has been fried by the easy button that the LLM companies have provided, where you press a button and you get instant results. And now my dumbass brain, when I want to sit there and try to code by hand, it says, why would you do that? Why would you code by hand when you could press a button and get similar results, seemingly? Why the hell would you do this by hand, you idiot?
And he's really right. I feel the same way as well, and some of my students do feel the same way. Now, there are some people who still like the rush of writing code, but it's just like, why would you bicycle unless you're trying to be fit when you can take the bus or take the Uber, right? And that's how a lot of the developers are feeling now. Why should I waste my time and try to bust my brain to write proper code when there is just a button you can press and get the exact code what you're looking for? Now, this is the thing I'm trying to say to some of my students. It's like, I hope you guys know that most of the code that AI is getting is from online. And if you use some of the AI prompt for certain code, it will tell you exactly the website where you can go and get the code, right? So they have trained AI with some of the codes from Stack Overflow. And we all know some of the codes on Stack Overflow, it's not good code. It's, you have to be very careful when you write certain codes. Certain codes can run, but certain codes, the same code that run and you get a result, that same code can cause a Stack Overflow, or that same code can cause the buffer to go haywire. So you have to still be very careful on the type of codes you get in online. If you copy certain lines of AI code and you paste it into Google, it will bring up the exact website the LLM is getting the data from. But to be in all fair, everyone, all of us, all the developers right now, people who learn how to code, people who went to school for computer science, we all feel the same way. Why should we waste our time when AI can just do it in just one click of a button, or AI could just do it in just a simple prompt? Now, this video, it's a really touching video. It's a really, really touching video. And the reason why I said it's a touching video, it's hitting the developers. It's actually opening our eyes to think, will software developers still be needed, or would software developers will be needed in the future? And the way how stuff is going right now, I really don't know. I really don't know how can we move from a generation, how can we move from a time where it was the number one job to they don't need us anymore because of AI. So when I watched this video, there is a lot to unpack from this video. There's a lot, and he brought up a lot of good points. Now, if you're an engineer, and I was watching a different video of his as well, where he actually had a software company, and for someone to have a software company to come to this point, feeling like I can't do this anymore, it's pointless, it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking in the developer world or in the engineering world. And as the title said, I was a 10-time ex engineer. Now I'm useless. Now this is the thing, right? When developers, especially juniors, people who just graduated, coming into the job market, you have to go against people like him, right? That's where the competition is so heavy. You have to go against people that have 10, 20, 30 years experience writing code, because remember, Amazon, Google, a lot of this big tech company, Facebook, Spotify, they are letting go their top engineers because of AI. And when you as a junior coming in, you are in the same waters as these people. You are looking for jobs. You are in that field. You are in this boat together with engineers like him. So it does get a little bit intimidated for the juniors, right? And on top of that, AI is mostly replacing juniors, as they say. But we can all see what's going on in the news. AI is not only replacing juniors, AI is replacing a lot of seniors as well. But the companies are claiming that they do not need junior coders anymore. So you really have to stack up on your tech stack when it comes to getting a job. You cannot just know Python anymore, right? You cannot just know C anymore. You cannot just only know C++. You cannot just only know Python. You cannot just only know Java. You have to accumulate a stack, it's called a tech stack. Because one time I did an interview, my very first interview after school, and the company asked me, what is my tech stack? Right? They saw my resume, they saw things I'm interested in doing, but they don't care what I'm interested in doing. They want to know what I can add on more to what I can do. So basically, what is my tech stack? You cannot just only know Python or Java or C or C++. You have to mix it. So for example, if you come in and you want to be a software developer, you have to know how to write proper code, right? And some companies, they make you C, Java, C++, or Python. Then you have to know framework, right? And they're looking for you to know .NET. You also have to know data, because most of the software, they take data, right? Their software is based on data usage, most of it, not all of it, but most of it. So you would have to know something about database, and that include SQL, right? They may also expect you to know how version control, or that's Git, like how we can work together, right? How can we test our software? They need you to know all these things. So being in tech in 2026, it does get a little bit intimidating, because they want you to know every single tech out there. And I'm saying that because back then you had a person who run the back end, you had a person who run the front end, you had a person who deal with the database, you had a person who deal with APIs and stuff like that. Now they don't really care about that, because they have AI to deal with a lot of this different areas in software development. Now, the reason why they want you to know so much is that if you're using AI, it doesn't matter if you're using the AI or not, you still need to know some concept on certain areas or certain topics or certain programming language. You still need to know the concept of it, even though AI is there. So they want you to know a lot of these different tech stacks in order for you to get a job or get in the company, which is unfair, and I get it. Now the topic is, are we going to maneuver, or are we just going to sit and stuck it out and see where AI take us, right, in the future when it comes to tech? Now let's go on and watch some more of this video.
Companies to build a model for me that can do my job. But there's a couple problems with that. One is that responsible developers are presumably supposed to be like reviewing their code. In practice, everyone knows that you can't review AI code. Not only is it impossible to keep up with the AIs. They want to move like 1,000 miles per hour, and we're here like 30 miles per hour, like reading, trying to understand every line. It's impossible to keep up with.
It's absolutely true. It's impossible to keep up with AI code. Like it's not only impossible to keep up with their code, because when you put a prompt into ChatGPT or any of the other AI, you get back a ton of code. And the thing is, when you get the code back, if you want AI to break down the codes for you, they will. AI will break it down line by line. What is this code doing? What is this doing? What is this code doing? So people who vibe code, as they're saying it now, they can understand if they keep putting in the proper prompt. So yes, I get why would anyone still waste their time and want to study how to program or want to get into the IT world when AI is doing it step by step, teaching you step by step. Let's continue watching.
In recent videos, I've been trying to warm up to that idea because it is what I need to ship my product. Take OpenClaw as proof of that. Peter Steinberger never looked at the code. It's huge. It's a monstrosity. He's never looked at the code, and he's testament to just what can be done, I guess, if you don't care about the code.
I actually read up on some stuff about it as well with the guy from OpenClaw who just put in a prompt and get a bunch of code back and just shipped out the code. He didn't even look at it. So it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. We are in a time where oh my gosh, we have to look at AI. We have to look at what AI is doing. And we find a lot of, like, if you look, you'll find a lot of developers are feeling very exhausted with AI. Very, very exhausted. There was this other guy, let me see if I can bring him up.
Okay, I gotta be honest. AI is really starting to stress me out. Like, a lot. So much so that I almost quit YouTube. Legit. It's been a lot recently. Like, you may have seen this article last week. It went viral, 80 million views, and it's telling us about how all of our jobs are going to disappear. I know, we've heard it before, but this one kind of hit different because everyone was agreeing with it. And I'm not immune to this. Like, I wake up, I read this thing, and I'm instantly filled with anxiety. Anyone else? Like, I know a lot of you probably are feeling the same way, which is why I'm making this video. I want to talk about it. Like, what's up with our industry right now?
What is happening to tech workers is coming for everyone else.
He's right. AI is getting exhausted. It's causing a lot of anxiety with a lot of the developers out there. Developers are literally walking on eggshells right now because of AI. But I want to go to one of this guy other videos, right? He have this video. Let's take a look at this video and then we will discuss this after. This topic he brought up that's one of a very important topic. That this is actually one of the videos that caused a very interesting topic in the classroom, because I am feeling that exact same way how he's feeling, and I'm feeling that about my personal stuff that I'm working on and also my work life. So let me just play what he said and then we'll discuss it after.
I mean, not to be like a dick or anything. I feel for if you have lost your job, if you are in the process of losing, if you're scared of losing your job, I feel for you 100%. And I'm also uncertain of my own future. I'm building a software product, which it's a lot of work, and I can't one-shot it. I've been working on it for like 6 months. But it's like, well, will future models be able to one-shot us? Do enterprises need my software? So I'm swimming in the uncertainty too.
And that's the thing with a lot of students right now, and not only students, just people in general who is taking comp-sci. And when you taking this type of courses, your professor will always say to you, build something. If you in computers, you have to build something. You have to build something for yourself to bring in extra income. So it can either be a server, it can be an app, a website, something. Just you have to work on something. And also, if you building, if you're looking for jobs, most of the companies will ask you, do you have any projects? Because the number one rule, if you are new into tech, you have to build something if you don't have any experience. If you do not have any hands-on experience working for a company in the IT world, when you're new, let's say you just came out from school, you just finish up some type of course and you're going into the job market, if you don't have any work experience, they're going to ask you, okay, how do I know that you can do the job, right? So they want to see some type of project from you. Now, when you're building a project, you just don't build a project to say, hey, look what I can do. Most people, when they work on their projects, they build something that can help them in the future, right? A lot of these companies out there right now, Twitter, Facebook, a lot of these tech companies, they were projects that went beyond. They were actual school projects and people just kept on working on it. So most developers have that mindset that if I'm going to work on something, then I'm just going to work on something properly. I just cannot keep on building calculator apps. Now, going back to what he is saying, all right? I feel the exact same way because right now I'm working on something on my personal side. And I feel like, should I waste my time and do it? Like, as he said, would companies need it? Because if companies need anything to happen now, it's just easy to go into the AI prompt and tell AI exactly what you need, and AI can create it. So am I wasting my time building something, right? Yes, I understand you have to build things sometime just for the fun of it, or just for to test your knowledge, right? To gain more skills. But you don't want to just sit and build things for no reason at all. Spend months building something and you're not going to get anything out of it, right? So if I'm working on a project, if I'm trying to build something, and what's the point if companies are not going to need that product? So that's where AI is kind of like messing with a lot of things right now, and it's crazy. It is one of the things that I never thought that could have happened. And the sad part about it is software developers are the ones who are causing a disruption in the software industry. Software developers are the ones who creating these type of products that would ruin other software developers' career. If I was a software developer, I would never build a product to get rid of software developers. So at some point, we have to think that, okay, this is a government tactic. This is the government job. The government are the ones who they're coming together and they're like, listen, we have to build something that can distract mankind. And I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it, because not only AI is disrupting a lot of things. AI is making people lose their job, and you, as you run in the country, the economy is messing up because of AI, and you're still going to push that product. If I was running a country and I know that, listen, this piece of tool right here is messing up my economy, everybody's losing jobs, and once you start losing jobs, you're not going to contribute to any goods or services because you don't want to spend your money. You're not employed. So there's a lot of things that AI is disrupting, but still the government is not going to put any stipulations on AI. And that just show me more and more and more that this have to be a government doing, because software developers, I don't think they're that dismissive building a product like that, knowing that this can be the end of their career. And I believe at some point the government is going to step up and be like, we need to take control with what's going on with AI. Now, there are a lot of countries who still pushing AI. I have lots of countries who still pushing AI, but I think the way how the economy is going right now, the government have to do something, and they will. It's just now, it's just too much. The AI is the least of their worries right now, so we're not seeing that much. We're not seeing that much action towards it. But I'm really happy this guy made this video. If I go back to this one, I'm really happy that he made this video, because in the mind of some developers, it's like AI would never take the job of a developer. A lot of the devs, they have it in their mind, and they're refusing to let it go. They're refusing to let go the fact that AI will take their job. I saw a video with one guy. He came up, he said, look, I've been working in the industry for 30 years coding. 30 years. It's real. It is real. A lot of developers lost their job in 2000 because of the dot-com boom, and he said this is even worse than the dot-com boom. He never experienced something like this in his whole entire career. So AI is making a lot of developers feel useless. Should I build this app? Why should I build this app? Right? Why should I build this website? Why should I keep learning to work on websites and build proper websites when you can get AI to do it for you, right? These models are very good. The models, they're going from getting code from Geeks for Geeks, Stack Overflow, to now they're training them on PDF books to summarize these PDF books. So imagine in a year from now, instead of using data that they found on from other people, now they will train them on actual PDF books and actual examples in the books, just like how when we read books and we gain our knowledge from there, that's how the AI going to start gaining their knowledge, from actual books. But I am happy that I came across this video, and one of my students brought up the idea to watch that video in class. Did they feel discouraged? Yes, they did. They absolutely did. And not only that they did feel discouraged, I can actually see it, because I went from a classroom of 50, 60 students to now like 10, 20, 30 students, right? On a good day, 30. And it's reducing, because I have some people who are saying, listen, I'm not going to even waste my time because I'm so unsure about being a software developer. So I'm just going to maneuver myself and just slide into the medical field. And I don't blame them, right? I don't blame anyone who wants to take the move from the IT world into somewhere that is safe. And even in the medical world, it's not 100% safe, because AI can do a lot. But when it comes to the hands-on part, then yes, AI cannot mess with that. AI will not mess with that. Also, if you decide to stay in tech, you have to maneuver into something like networking or data, right? These are the jobs that AI wouldn't really mess with, because you have to go and set up the infrastructure and set up the database and wire stuff and do all of these things. And AI wouldn't be part of that. The only thing you have to worry about setting up different infrastructure at a workplace and setting up all the laptops if they make robots, or if you get bigger into robotics. But other than that, networking it's networking and setting up stuff. Even certain help desk, right? You can do that as well. So these are things that will be there with with AI. But a year ago, when AI just came out and everybody was laughing, AI is not going to take their job. Now that a lot of people, we're seeing that it's happening. It's actually happening now. We're seeing the layouts. We can sit in our little bubble anymore and just be oblivious to what's going on. It's happening. It's real. You just have to work a little bit harder to get into the tech field. So that's it for this video. Hope we had a good conversation, and don't forget, like, subscribe, share. I will see you in the next video.